everybody, and welcome back again to Let's Play Deus Ex Mankind Divided. We are back in the Chester district and we are looking for this guy, Liborio, because apparently he knows our friendly neighborhood cultist leader Richard, and I hope he can help me to discotangle his followers. So yeah, let's go and look for him. Apparently he is right over here. What is this anyway? Oh, there we go. Yeah, a hypnotic experience, Liborio's exploration of the mind. That's what I'm looking for.
I can help you with something, yes?
Oh, look at this place. Yeah, before I go and talk to him, let's see what we got here. Volta 3000. What does it do? Oh, I can... Is it like a fortune-telling machine? Okay, sure, let's do it.
Wise sayings are as useful as autumn leaves.
Okay. Meaning what? Oh, I actually got my money back. I think I even got more back than I paid for it. Interesting. Very interesting. Not exactly sure what happened there, but I'll take it. Okay, let's look around this place a little bit more. Zwicky, Hulky, Carty. Well, I guess Carty are cards. Elixiri, I understand that. Oh, look at this guy over here. You look
I
mad.
can help you with something, yes?
Yeah, I think you can. I just want to have a look around your shop. So this is basically like a shop for magic stuff. Klobuki. Anyway, let's go and talk to him.
I'm looking for Liborio.
It is me. You have come for the magic?
I'm hoping you can help me make sense of something. A strange encounter I had. A man hiding behind a screen in the sewers, surrounded by followers of some kind. His name is Richard. You used to be partners.
Richard is alive. You found him?
I'm not sure what I found, but I know I didn't like it. Richard had a way of depriving me. Things I wanted to say and do, but I couldn't.
I am so happy he is alive. Richard and I was sure that I should have known. Richard always said, the show must go on.
There was nothing entertaining about this. What is he doing down there? How is he doing it?
I have not seen Richard in many years. We developed a show together, The Evolution of Stage Hypnosis Intensified Through Technology. Adapted versions of the Casey and DDE designs.
Okay.
A social augmentation?
In conjunction with modern hypnotic techniques, something much more powerful than mere persuasion. The communal construction of an alternate reality. For 3 hours on a Friday night, we guided people into brave new worlds.
So it's basically some kind of enhanced version of the social augmentation. That would make sense. I mean, we have used our social aug in the past to persuade people, right? I mean, I usually try to avoid it because I think it's more fun to argue with people and find the right solution. But I have used the pheromones in the previous game on occasion. So I guess this is something similar. Alright, can you tell me more about this technology?
The technology Richard is using to do all this, how does it work?
Binaural beats. Richard bounces his source transmission through a series of emitters that use targeted neural oscillation to stimulate specific areas of the basal ganglia.
Right. Let's assume I'm not familiar with that particular ganglia.
Richard is using a system of emitters that can intensify and adjust his frequency, his message, his intent. Imagine it. He can make the very soul of a transmission pierce into the brainwaves of his target audience.
I don't need to imagine it. I already know it's terrifying.
Okay, well, can you tell me more about this Richard guy? And I guess it was only a matter of time until someone would use the technology behind social augmentations for stuff like this, right? This was just bound to happen. But yeah, tell me more about Richard.
Why do you think Richard is doing this? What's his end game in trying to hypnotize people in a sewer?
I cannot say for sure, but after the incident, after the way things began to change, Richard said he was going to find a better place. I did not hear from him again. The loss of so many people that we knew, I believe it broke him.
He didn't seem very broken to me. More like a guru of some kind, with way too much control of the people in that room.
No, Richard is not capable of hurting anyone. At least, he was not before. He was an idealist, the kind of man who... The worlds we created together on stage, they were more beautiful than the reality.
I'm not sure. It wasn't really so beautiful when I experienced it for myself. And again, as long as the people can't choose to leave, it's not really beautiful. So yeah, tell me more about these brave new worlds.
These worlds you and Richard created through hypnosis, what were they exactly?
They were whatever people wanted, created together with the audience. Every night was different. After the incident, we were made to stop, treated as criminals. It was not right. People paid for their tickets and embarked on imaginative explorations. We did not hurt anyone. We would never hurt anyone.
I'm not sure that's still true for Richard. His audience now, I'm worried they may be trapped. Is that something he could be capable of? Creating a world and keeping people there indefinitely?
It depends on the personality. If someone is susceptible to the message, and if Richard keeps repeating it, it is conceivable.
Okay, so that's probably what he is doing. And yeah, that's obviously different from, creating a show and people pay for like one evening to experience these brave new worlds. But what Richard is doing now is definitely something different. So how do I stop him?
Tell me how to stop Richard.
Richard is conveying a vision of himself, of themselves, of an alternate community they are building together. If it is Richard's goal to keep the people there, the only way to free them is to make them see through it.
Well, how do I do that? Last time I talked to him didn't go so well.
The signal he is transmitting, its effect is limited to a specific radius, to the room where the audience is, where the emitters are installed. Wherever Richard is must be outside of that room.
So if I get to him, I'll be able to say or do whatever I want?
Yes, but promise you won't hurt him, please.
I'm not promising anything. Something tells me if I do get in there, he's not going to be content to just talk.
There may be a better way. The emitters, they are somewhere in the room, yes? Okay then, so wait. You wait. Just wait 1 second, please. Wait for it. Wait for it. Where are you? Come to me. Shh. Pa, 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 pa. Wait. Okay.
Well,
I have what I'm looking for. I think I have found what you need. Ta-da!
what is it?
They are scrambling devices, our failsafe whenever things got ugly. Attach them to the emitters and it closes the ability to amplify. Good night. Show's over. Your gods are but men again.
And that'll be enough to make the people in the room see through him?
I hope. If they have been exposed for a very long time, you need to help them to see.
Okay.
But please be kind to Richard. I don't know what he has become, but I know what he was. A decent man once, who simply believed that the world should be better.
We all believe that. But there are better and worse ways of going about it.
Yeah, I guess my primary objective will be to free these people, and then I will care about Richard. It's interesting, though, that Jensen said that he couldn't say what he wanted to say. I had the options to oppose him or to challenge him. I just chose not to use that option. I used the more submissive option, when I had the choice, because I felt I should play along and give him the impression that he can control me. So I wonder what would have happened if I had chosen the challenge option. Maybe he would not have been able to actually say it. That's interesting. I didn't actually try that. Okay, so we have some devices now that will hopefully help us. Do we wanna get another fortune telling here? Let's do it.
You bring destruction wherever you travel.
Wow. You are very rude, Volta. But it gives you more money back than what you paid, so that's good. Can I just infinitely get more money from this machine?
I cannot be certain.
You are a very useless fortune teller. Oh, this time I don't get any back, so maybe it's just random, and sometimes you get money back and sometimes you don't. Well, interesting. Anyway, I guess I have to go back to the other district and confront Richard again. This will take a while because I have to go all the way through the sewers, so I'll bring you back once I'm there.
Hello.
Alright, we are back in the sewers, back at Richard's secret hideout, so let's go back inside and help these people. And yes, the signal is already affecting me again. I can't use my augmentations, no smart vision, which is very annoying. So, where exactly do I have to place these scramblers? It doesn't really say. But it's apparently on level 4. We have a huge restricted area here. We have turrets apparently. That's always fun. So yeah, I guess I have to go upstairs.
I want you to listen carefully to my voice.
Oh, just shut up. I'm working here.
Even when you can no longer hear me, I want you
Yeah, we have a camera, and I think that's also a turret, right? It is. And I have no idea what I'm looking for, so this isn't good at all. But I might be able to avoid the camera by just sticking to the wall over here. Yeah, sure, let's try this.
get away from there.
Ooh! Does he actually see me? Well, the camera doesn't, so I guess as long as the camera doesn't pick me up, it's fine. Let's have a quick save.
I need you to stop and to ask yourself,
Yeah,
what am I
and
contributing
now
to
what?
the experience?
Can go to the left, I can
You
go
know
to the
who you
right.
are. You know what I'm talking about. I see what you see when
This
you
might be the
close
easier
your
way at the
eyes.
moment. Alright. So we have more restricted area over there. We have a mysterious corridor on this side. I mean, this seems to be going all the way around here, so I guess I will try that way first. Let's wait for the camera to look away, and now I'm just going to make a run for it.
There are no odds.
Okay, the camera got suspicious, but it didn't actually trigger the alarm. Let's see. Oh, it's a level 5. I guess I could use a multi-tool if I have to. I'll keep that in mind, as an alternative route, but let's check the other corridor as well.
I need you to stop
I think I can make it over
and to
here.
ask yourself, what am I contributing to the experience?
And I hope I can make it to that cover
You know
fast
what I'm
enough
talking about.
before the
I
alarm
see
goes off.
What you see when you close
Okay,
your
let's go.
eyes.
Alright, got suspicious. Didn't trigger the alarm. Oh, look at that. Is this what I'm looking for? It is.
What are you up to?
Nothing. Nothing at all. Yeah, but this right here, this is a problem. There's no way I get past this camera fast enough, right? I'm pretty sure the camera will notice me going through here. What do I do about this? I don't even have a cloak, so I can't use my cloak to get past here. I don't know, but I would like to check out the room below and see if I find another way up here. I mean, it goes all the way around here, and we have some open space over here, like no walls, so maybe that's going to help me. So yeah, let's try to get past that camera again and down into the main room. Oh, this is so sketchy. I hate it. Well, I suppose this is kind of an option as well. I'm not sure if these barrels actually provide me with enough cover, though. They may not. Yeah, let's wait for the camera to not be suspicious anymore, and now let's jump down here quickly. There we go.
Upstairs is the word
Oh,
of
I
death,
hate
clarity.
cameras. I hate turrets. So, let's see. Come on, there must be another way to get up here.
Seek only
We have
peace.
like a balcony over here. I can
Is a
kinda
symptom of the
see
troubled
it.
soul.
For example,
Be content to
this
explore like us in the mind.
is maybe a way. All right.
You don't
Oh,
belong
we
here.
have another
You
camera.
need to leave.
Okay, let's quick save this. I'm up here now, so I passed this camera. That's good. And I think I see another emitter. Yes, there we go.
You need to stop this poking around.
I won't. Okay, so we're making some progress here. So maybe I can actually go around here and then enter this corridor. This would be great. Let's quick save again. This is very sketchy what I'm doing here, and I feel I could trigger one of these alarms any minute. Okay, yet another camera. Let's try to reach this cover first. And let's look around for that emitter. Yep, there's another locked door over there. I bet the emitter is somewhere over there, because that's just like the alternative route, like I could hack the door and just avoid all the cameras. So it probably would have been easier to just use a multi-tool. But we're going to do it the hard way today, I suppose. Okay, let's try to get past this camera. There we go. And there we go, the final emitter.
What are you up to?
Reveal Richard to the others. And how would I do that? Can I just go back down now and talk to them? I guess that's what I'm going to do. Alright. This is my chance to do it.
You've ruined it.
Are you talking to me? Alright, yeah, let's talk to these guys.
The sound in my head is gone. I had grown accustomed to the sound.
Okay, so apparently it worked. This guy isn't talking at all. Ooh, look at his eyes. That is actually kind of creepy.
Good people don't go upstairs.
I can use a microphone again, I
feel
suppose.
so.
That would be an option.
Follow now.
What if our happiness isn't real?
Yeah,
I feel
you
so.
should probably think about that.
Follow now.
The skeptic.
Ah, there we go.
He continues to cloud the room with questions, with doubts. He contributes nothing. He may say nothing.
I'm gonna say a few things whether you want me to or not. We got a lot to talk about, Richard. Now that we can finally talk.
Why have you... What is it that offends you so much about our attempt to construct something better?
You mean your attempt to control people? Amplifying your hypnotic techniques with some kind of social enhancer? Keeping people from talking back, from questioning you?
I don't think you understand. Please. These people want to be here. We need each other.
Well, if they wanted to be here, there would be no need for your signal, right? So what are you worried about? If they want to be here, you don't need to control them. Anyway, apparently my Casey Orc is actually working again, so I got Alpha and Beta here. Now let's read his actual profile here. Narcissistic, cruel, meager. Richard the Great is a desperate man. His hypnotic visions are a trap, an attempt to make others see him as he craves to be seen. As he loses control, Richard may be tempted to do something drastic. Just like his followers, he must be eased out of the experience, must be made to admit that he went too far. Okay, so I have to argue with him, but I can't be too harsh about it. Well, let's see. We have Alpha and Beta. Well, I saw Alpha and Beta lights, so both of it would work. You must have realized how sick it was to subjugate people like this, to enslave them to some vision of you as their master. How ugly must the world have looked to you to go to these lengths to actually believe that this was some kind of alternative. I guess condemn would be the harsher option here, and since I'm not supposed to do that, I guess I'll pick pity. I don't really want to pity him, but this might be a better option here.
How ugly must the world have looked to you to go to these lengths? To actually believe that this was some kind of alternative?
We chose to start over. To escape what society had become. What it was turning us into. You may not understand, but they do.
No, I understand. You sought out people who were vulnerable. People like you, who had reasons to run away.
Who do you think they are? There are no missing persons reports. I didn't rip them from warm meals and bamboo linen. For those who wander the sewers at night in search of answers and alternatives, this is as good as it gets. No more hiding, no more running away. No more feeling abandoned. They need me. They need somewhere to feel welcome.
And the ones you don't welcome? Those who try to question or resist, like Visnik, like me? You have no problem rejecting them, threatening them, installing gun turrets to ensure they can never pull back the curtain.
The guns exist only to protect the ideal. Even the most peaceful communities must be prepared to defend themselves.
Okay.
This isn't a community. It's a magic trick. You've been hypnotizing people, selling them on some fantasy of what you wish the world was like.
He tricked us? I don't understand.
None of it meant anything.
Please, don't leave. He can undermine me all he wants, but he can't change what it's like up there. The decommissioning, the segregation. They will round you up and catalog you. They will do worse.
Okay, well, I mean, he has a point there, but I feel this whole conversation is still kind of pointless, because if people were happy here, if people wanted to be here, no use for turrets and mind control signals, so I don't really follow your argument. So I saw a lot of lights going up here, but the most were probably in Omega this time. His response level is really low though. So I guess I need to be careful here. What are my options? The Omega option is mitigate. We have ignore and controvert. No one is listening anymore. The show's over, Richard. The shitty realities you keep trying to save people from are the things each one of us has a right to face head on. I do kind of like this option. People need to be guided now more than ever. All these things you're trying to run away from, trying to pretend away, no one should have to face them alone. But this isn't guidance, this is just replacing one totalitarian nightmare with another. That's pretty good as well. So I'm torn between mitigate and controvert. They are kind of similar anyway. So I guess I'm going to trust my Casey Orc in this case, because I saw a lot of lights going on in the Omega section. So I'm going to pick mitigate based on the alignment analysis here. And let's hope this is a good option.
People need to be guided. Now more than ever. All these things you're trying to run away from, trying to pretend away, no one should have to face them alone. But this isn't guidance. This is just replacing one totalitarian nightmare with another.
I went too far.
Indeed.
He preyed on us.
By a few thousand miles, yeah. And it's time to turn around now, Richard. Time to shut all of this off.
Okay, there we go. Achievement unlocked. I did it. I did it. Apparently, he gave up. He gave up.
How could we be so foolish?
It seems
And
foolish
people are
now,
free
but
of the signal.
we had no choice. Everything he said to us, the way he said it, we had no choice.
Why?
I still hear the echoes of his voice.
Why us?
Yeah, that'll probably take some time for you to get used to.
He snuck into our minds and fed us some vision of himself. Of ourselves.
Indeed, indeed. So,
Nothing outside of these walls.
are these cameras still in place? Yes, they are. I may want to go back up here anyway, and see if I can find some stuff. But yeah, it seems like I have finished this quest, which means I'm all out of side missions. So now the exploration and free roaming begins, and I guess I will start here in the sewers because I found a few places last episode where I could go to and use ladders and whatnot. But I will start to edit this now a little bit because I will just, run around a lot and hack into a lot of computers. And I guess I will start in this place and see if I can go up here again. But I will bring you back whenever I find some interesting stuff, or maybe a new quest, or talk to some interesting person or whatever. So you will not miss anything interesting. Oh, look at this. This room is actually open now. So yeah, I am back up here. The cameras are still active, but since the area is not restricted, I can just walk past them. I already picked up some loot downstairs, but I guess we can have a look inside here now. And, well, we actually have him right here. So I guess we can try to talk to him.
I believe in what we were trying to do.
Richard the Great. Well, I can't really talk to him. He doesn't have much to say, but he's still here and just sitting around.
They were safer here with me than out there with men like you.
I don't know. I don't know about that. So let me pick up your stuff. If I can. Top 10 tech abandoned technologies. That's probably an interesting read. Got a door over here. Crafting parts. Okay, so basically a bunch of loot. So I'm going to ransack his little hideout here. Oh, a rifle. I may want to come back here after I clean out my inventory, because these weapons sell for a lot of money. So yeah, let me completely pick up all of this stuff, and then I'm going to continue to explore. And stop crying. I mean, seriously, guy.
We live in a world of brutality.
Alright, I think I'm done with this place. But I would like to talk to him again, because
pressing and pressing and pressing and pressing.
He might have some new dialogue.
Richard can no longer persuade anyone of anything. The others are free of him now, just like you are.
I'm not a model of separation. I questioned him, and then I'm not one of them anymore. But I'm not one of them.
You were right to question him. The fact that you were able to at all when others couldn't says a lot about your strength of character.
I became I again. Temporary signal failure led them to perceive me as a threat. I started thinking differently. I realized how there's two eyes in Viznik. That's when I figured it all out.
a good thing you did. God knows how far this might have gone if Richard had been left unchecked. How many others might have come and been persuaded to stay.
We came to him because we didn't fit the so social schematic, hounded by laws, hated by revolutions. He offered a way out, but there is no way out. Exile from exile is exile.
Okay.
You're out now,
I
Wisnik.
guess so.
There should be nothing more drawing you to this place. To him. You can go anywhere you want. You can do anything you want.
I am alone. I want to be.
Okay, I guess I'm going to leave him to his own devices now. I may at some point want to go back to that Laborio guy as well and tell him about what happened here. Maybe he can take care of Richard or whatever. But yeah, I'm going to continue to explore this place. We have a few more corridors and rooms in here that I haven't checked yet, and I will bring you back whenever I find something interesting. There is some weird stuff going on in this area of the sewers. There are drones and they go hostile, but not at me apparently. And I mean the area is not marked as restricted, so I'm not sure what they are doing here and why they are shooting at stuff but not at me. It's kind of weird. Okay, where am I now? I just followed another corridor and apparently it led me to this place, Swobody Beer. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I have not been here before. The next 3 decades, Fall of an Empire. And another pocket secretary. From Pavel Davidov to Teresa Patrauska's shipment props. Teresa, Manny's really nervous about the latest shipment and starting to say he wants out. There's not a lot I can say to make him feel better unless you go back to the usual schedule. The handlers at the Utolek warehouses are used to seeing the driver rosters and I'm worried the lads are going to fold if they start asking too many questions. I know you think the medicines and stuff is important, but I don't want him to lose his job or worse because of me helping you. If you really can't wait until the usual, then you're welcome to move the stuff yourself. It's all in the basement at Tai Daga as normal. 5622 will get you inside if I'm not around. My advice, sit, wait and don't fuck up a good thing. Pavel. I have no idea what this is all about, but I got another code. And now I'm in some sort of... I don't even know what this is. It looks like a bar, but it's empty. Is any of this stuff useful? Doesn't really look like it. So... yeah, I don't know, but apparently I'm out of the sewers. So that's good. Where does this lead? Oh, well, this actually is a bar. For you? Kind of. So maybe we can talk to her. Oh, that's the person that we just read about in that pocket secretary.
What can I get you? Beer? Something else?
Well, what else have you got?
What else have you got?
Oh, just an item of interest.
For someone who lives off of their sales, you're unusually reserved.
Indeed.
Well, sometimes it's hard to know who to trust, especially these days. For example, I don't suppose you have any neuropozyne you would be willing to spare, do you?
As a matter of fact, I do. I actually picked up one more bottle at Richard's place, and I'm pretty sure I have like 2 more. So, sure, I give you neuropozyne for your mystery item.
Sure, here you go.
Thank you. I can't tell you how much this means.
These are tough times. We all have to do what we can.
You understand? That's... You have no idea how many people just look the other way. But we can't afford to. Not Oggs, and not anyone else. What happens to one happens to all of us.
The neuropazine isn't even for you, is it?
No, it's not. I'm what you might call a... well, I think of myself as a Samaritan smuggler. I get things for people in need.
Okay.
I'm glad I could help.
So that's what this was all about in the
Listen,
pocket
I can't let
secretary.
you leave without thanking you properly. I store a few supplies in the basement. The code to the door is 1015. Help yourself to what's down there.
Thanks.
Don't mention it. Like you said, we all need to help each other. Now, is there anything else I can do for you?
Let's see those odds and ends you have for sale.
Well, actually, I just was downstairs, so I think I already was in her storage. I just opened the door from the other side, so I don't need the code. But, fair enough. Buy first aid pack. Sure, why not?
You can't go wrong with that.
Of course. So, I don't need a beer, I can't store it anyway.
I'm good for now.
As you wish.
So, I got some stuff, but apparently I just dropped some shotgun ammo in order to store that stuff. Yeah, man, I really need more inventory space. I think this is the time to get it. Is it here? Yes, it is. Let's get more of this. There we go. And now I can pick this up again. But I mean, let's have another look downstairs, but I'm pretty sure I have already emptied her inventory here, right? So, is there anything else that I want to take with me? Well, it doesn't really look like it. Alright, well, thank you for your offer, but I already stole all of your stuff. And I'm not seeing like any other secret stash down here. Alright. Ooh, look at this. This is new. Samizdat. Flight 451. Pikers versus the Truth. Ah, this is from the info that we got from the bank. Did you hear the news telling us that orcs are to blame for everything? It's hard to miss. This week saw another concerning revelation from those stalwart paragons of truth over at Pikers. They claim that the recent tragedy involving Sister Airlines Flight 451 was in fact the action of an unstable augmented individual who wrestled control of the aircraft, causing it to crash and kill all on board. Well, here's a revelation of our own. Pikers are disingenuous liars and need to be shut down. Hard evidence in our possession clearly shows Pikers covering up the truth once again. After undertaking a forced detour to avoid unseasonal storm activity in the region, Flight 451 was ultimately downed by a catastrophic instrumental failure due to extreme interferences in the ionosphere. The source of that extreme interference, an undisclosed military facility conducting experiments in the area. The 251 souls who perished that day deserve the truth, as do we all. What is the secret military base doing up there with the ionosphere anyway? A pertinent question. Pikers, however, care more about making you look the other way. Think about that next time Eliza Cassan is telling you what you should worry about. Indeed. And we have another story over here. Eliza Cassan, who is the real face of Pikers? Everybody knows Eliza Cassan making bad news look good for years. The mouthpiece of those moguls of misinformation at Pikers is a valuable commodity to the world's biggest media circus and one of the most famous people on the planet. So it seems strange that we know so little about her off-camera. After the York incident, Cassan suffered a mysterious breakdown and disappeared from public view so abruptly that it even led to speculation of her death. That's interesting. She later returned with no official statement, but something felt off since then. Did she die in 2072? Is Pike as popular puppet merely a coached lookalike? Maybe we don't know Eliza like we thought we did. Now that's interesting. I mean, Eliza helped us, sort of, in the last game, and apparently then she just disappeared for a while, and now she's back. And since Eliza Cassan is just an AI, I don't know, maybe they changed her programming a little bit, so we probably shouldn't count on her help again, right? And interestingly enough, they didn't cover the story about the contaminated water. Maybe that's for another issue. Alright. Okay, I think I actually found the hidden stash now. It was in the little room behind the room. I mean, that's where we came in, but I haven't actually seen the stuff over here. So I think I now got all the supplies she was talking about, and it's actually quite a lot. So it definitely paid off to go back here. Oh, I didn't want to climb up here. So yeah, we got some good stuff here. I approve of that. Alright, I am back at Jensen's apartment now, basically because I wanted to visit the shop and clean out my inventory a bit. It's looking a lot better now, and I figured before I go and start my explorations of Prague, I should have some space in my inventory to pick up new loot. And as you can see, I have almost 10,000 credits. I hope I can find a bit more money, and then I can buy one of the Praxis kits that this shop has to offer before I leave on my next main mission. However, I'm not going to do that today because I think I have recorded long enough for an episode, so I'm going to call it a day and I start to edit all that stuff. And yeah, I guess in the next episode I will continue to explore Prague, and then we will finally continue with our main mission. So yeah, as usual, thank you for watching, and see you again next time.